Ever since humans first discovered fossils that prove the existence of huge creatures that once roamed the earth, we have developed a fascination with dinosaurs. These giant lizards were the dominant animals on our planet for an incredibly long time, much longer than we can comprehend, and life was very different for them. Not only was the earth at a different stage, but its position in the universe was vastly different than it is now. If dinosaurs had been able to look through a telescope, they would have seen a completely different night sky to what we're familiar with. Because when they were alive, they were on the opposite side of the Milky Way than we are today. Far from being a result of dinosaurs developing interstellar spaceflight, it turns out they were born with the ability to travel vast distances through the cosmos, just like we are. It just takes an incredibly long time, and we as humans aren't very good at understanding huge time frames since we haven't been around long enough to see any substantial differences. You probably have a good idea what you did 10 minutes ago or even a day ago, but what were you doing a year ago? What is your perception of events in recent history? The gaming company Nintendo, for example, was founded in 1889 while Jack the Ripper was tormenting people of London. The first dinosaur fossils was found in 1824, which was 25 years after George Washington died and means he never knew they existed. Oxford University was founded before the Aztec Empire rose to prominence, and the Egyptian Queen Cleopatra lived at a time that was closer to the invention of emojis than when the pyramids were built. These unexpected facts only took place in the past hundreds and thousands of years, so when we talk about dinosaurs dying out around 65 million years ago, things were very different indeed. Even back then, the moon, for example, was much closer to Earth. There wouldn't have been total lunar eclipses, and it would have appeared much larger in the sky. Recent studies of our moon's surface show that less than 100 million years ago, it was still volcanically active, and if the dinosaurs were to look up at it, they could actually see the eruptions. The length of a day for a dinosaur was between 21 and 23 hours because the Earth was rotating faster, but the length of a year was around the same length as it is today, just over 365 of our current days. We don't just orbit around the sun though, as our solar system itself orbits around the Milky Way. The galaxy is a barred spiral galaxy with 4 major arms and a series of smaller arm segments. We are positioned at one of the smaller arms called Orion and are about halfway out from the center at a distance of 28,000 light years. The galaxy is rotating and our sun is moving at a velocity of more than 514,000 miles an hour. With the vast distances involved, it takes an estimated 230 million years to complete one revolution around the Milky Way, which means therefore that we complete a half rotation in about 115 million years. The dinosaurs were well and truly established on the Earth by this time, so when some were alive, they would have been on the opposite side of the galaxy to where we are now. Perhaps more astonishingly is the fact that the earliest dinosaurs emerged more than 240 million years ago, which means that they were alive on Earth during the last time that it reached this position on its galactic orbit. To put this in perspective, the earliest species of humans, as we would recognize them, first emerged around 100,000 years ago, which is just a tiny fraction of the time it takes to orbit around the galaxy and is the equivalent to moving a distance of about 1/15 of a second if the orbit was represented as a clock. So we've got quite some time to go until humans can see what the dinosaurs would have seen on the other side of the galaxy. Basically, the dinosaurs ruled our planet for an extraordinarily long period of time that's virtually incomprehensible to us. It was long enough that they were present on Earth the last time it was in this position on its orbit around the Milky Way, and also when it was on the complete opposite side of the galaxy. So the question is, at the rate that things are going now on our planet, do you think we'll survive long enough to reach the other side? Thank you all so much for watching this video. See you next time.